37,975. Strikes by teachers. Pretty sure you're here for the recent news of the professor being fired for striking. Basically, he went on 2 strikes while he was supposed to be teaching. That is the law. And it is 37,975. You probably got that number from the paperwork that Chad White has sent to the University of Mississippi on behalf of the Professor James Thomas. I'll put a picture of him up right here. You'll be able to see him, and I'll put a picture of Chad White, state auditor. I'll put in a picture of the letter that he sent in. This is an extremely long law, so I'm going to break it down to where we don't have to go over every single word of it. The first section talks about the definitions, what a strike actually is, defined for this purpose of this law, which is the strikes for teachers. All right. Strike means failure to report for duty, a willful absence from one's position, the stoppage of work, a deliberate slowing down of work, or the withholding in whole or in part of the full, faithful, and proper performance in the duties of employment for the purposes of inducing, influencing, or coercing a change in the conditions. He went and protested 2 different days. What he was protesting was a movement called Scholar Strike. I mean, it's even got strike in the name, so therefore, kind of hard to dismiss it. Part B of Section 1 is certified teacher, which is anybody who's employed in a public school district, a classroom with teachers, a supervisor of programs, librarians, guidance personnel, audiovisual personnel, vocational directors, teachers, professors, whatever you want to call them. Section 2 just stating in very long words that it is unlawful to strike for any teacher to strike against any type of school district or any type of public learning. All right, subsection 3 goes on a little further, saying that no teacher, no group of teachers, or any type of body of teachers, any type of teacher organization to promote, encourage, participate in any strikes against public school districts, the state of Mississippi, or any other agency. Section 4 of this law just goes on to state that no supervisor can instruct anybody else to be part of a strike or be involved in any form or fashion. It also goes to state that nobody in a supervisor's position has the authority to authorize, approve, or consent to any type of strike. Also, they can't tell you to be in one, and they can't say it's okay to have one. Alright, Section 5 of this is saying that Chancery courts have jurisdiction of the parties that are vested in authority to hear and determine the actions. Alright, number 6 just goes on to continue on with the group of teachers, certified teachers, anything in an organization like that will be seen by the Chancery Court in the 1st Judicial District of Hinds County. Number 7 just goes over the penalties and all involved. If you are found guilty or you organize anything like this, all the fines, just saying if you're found guilty that some of the money will go back to the school district to help recover some of the funds or any type of loss that was done at the time of this strike. Number 8 just goes over saying that upon the court proceedings or hearings or any other type of thing dealing with the Chancery Court, they can fire the professor in this case or any other teacher or anything involving. It's just more actions taken upon the teacher or the organization. Also, we're going to go over 25.1.105 because it is listed inside of the letter that Chad White sent to the university. 25.1.105 just goes over the application of prohibition and against striking to public employees and employers. The very first line, it puts in the code 37.975, which is the one we just went over. It's just a continuance on it, and it goes on to say public employees. It means that they receive any type of funding from the state. They're considered public. Even though it's a university, you have to pay tuition. If they receive any money from the state, they're still public employees. See 7.7.2.11 in the same letter that just goes over his powers and duties of the department and of Chad White, since he was voted in as state auditor. That's all that laws goes over. It's just for him to identify and define and list out laws that are broken using state money, that is what they're saying that the professor's done. Remember, he's innocent until proven guilty. This is not to condemn him or anything like that. He has to live with whatever actions he took. If he can, that's fine. It has nothing to do with me. All right, what they're really trying to get inside that letter, you'll see in quotations. If you do look at the letter, read it. Shall and promote, encourage, or participate in any strike, which is concerted from work stoppage, which he did. I think it was 2 days that he was out. According to the letter, it was 2 days he was being paid to teach. That he did not teach, that he partaked into a scholar strike. If you're unaware what scholar strike is scholars striking against racial injustice. Let's just get it out of the way. Racism is bad. Now that's out of the way. Everybody knows it. We're all adults. Racism is bad. But my personal opinion is we do not need teachers teaching kids anything other than what they need to be taught. As a teacher, it's not your job to put your political views on your student. It's just not. You wouldn't want me teaching your kids something that you may not agree with, but I fully agree with. That's not right. It's not my place to do so. Your job is to teach the kids, whether they're kindergarten or they're in college. You teach what's on the curriculum, you teach that and be done. It irritates me to have a teacher force their views on a student instead of letting the student figure out its own views. You're robbing these people and these kids of their rights to believe in what they want to believe. Just like when it comes down to religion, it's not your job to teach them what religion they should follow. That is their job, and that's between them and their family. It's not on the teacher. I feel the same way here. If he wants to stand up for the scholar strike, by all means do so. I have no issues with that. But don't sit back and act like it's out of the goodness of your heart when you're still receiving a paycheck. If somebody wants to pay you to go strike, that's perfectly fine. But don't use these kids' tuition money and the state money funded to the colleges to do that. That's not right. I think politics should be left out of school. Do I think that kids can practice their religion at school? Absolutely. It's not just one religion, all religion. If you're going to let one in, they all have to be there. That is their right. Some religions require them to pray several times a day. It requires other aspects. That should be allowed. It shouldn't be restricted to one religion, but that is up for the kids to decide, not the teachers. But not to get too political on here. I don't want it to be that political, but I think it needs to be said because it's something I strongly disagree with. Is pushing your views on other people. We can discuss them, we can talk about them, but we're adults. Don't push it on the kids. If the kids have a question, answer it, but don't tell them or instruct them or lead them to believe something that you believe just because you believe it. If you look to my right, you'll see a subscribe button. Please click it. If you haven't already done so, hit the like button. I mean, it takes time to do these videos. I put them together for you. Also, comment what you want to see next. On my right side, you'll see the video that YouTube thinks you want to see next. If you want me to get more into the money aspect of things, go see my other channel, OTL Money. Have a great day. Thank you for watching.